Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Walking the Weird. My name is Tyler, with me is...
Sean.
And today we are, what are we doing?
Just going through this shit. Black Mirror episode fucking season 300. This episode's getting good, bro. They shot the president. Or the ex-president.
I think that it still counts as, like, president.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, because did Biden really do anything? Like, TBH?
Like,
Sorry. We're going to try to stay as
yeah.
in the middle
Yeah.
as we can.
Failed completely right away.
Right away. I hate both of them. I like neither of them. There was a guy, what was his name? Gary, who faked the heart attack. That guy should have been president. That was petty as fuck. You remember that? That was hilarious. So, what do you think is operating with these branches of government with the fact that the ex-president gets shot? Do you think it's a failure on the CIA and FBI? Do you think it's a disservice from the local Leos, or do you think it's like an inside job? Was it a conspiracy? Is it really Biden and Kamala trying to get rid of him, or what's going on?
Yes.
Begin. You can't just answer yes. You can't just say all of the above.
Every single one is logical. It all, like, for them to fail that bad. Wow.
And then Biden went like MIA for a bit, fighting COVID for the 49th time.
Like, the amount of failure of the Secret Service and everybody trying to protect, like, Trump, that's where the conspiracy theories come from, because it's like, wow.
I kind of realized why John F. Kennedy had mashed potato brains.
Bro, they had more security, I think, around his motorcade that was effective.
Also, hang on, real quick. Yeah, it might have been more effective, but here's the thing. You put a president in a convertible? Someone wasn't thinking, for sure.
Bro, they missed an entire roof. That doesn't seem that like... dude, the guy was wearing, like, brown on a white roof. He's a white guy.
He had a rangefinder. Like, devices. You didn't find the devices?
That's what I don't... Like, I don't understand. No one can explain it to me.
What about this one? What about the fact that the CIA says we're having trouble getting into his phone?
Right.
My guy, there's been an NSA agent attached to this phone since day one of the podcast.
Dude, he saw the first version of this episode.
He saw the first version and he's like, nah, bro, the first version was way better than this one. What the fuck is this shit?
Like, that's... When they say that, it's like...
Come on.
No, you don't want to.
Bro, if I shit, you know how many times I wiggled my ass to get the dingleberries out. You know this shit.
Yeah, they measure the ploop.
They literally the ploop. The splash. You measure it. You can't tell you're telling me you can't access this guy's phone? I don't believe that.
I don't trust them.
It's hard.
That it doesn't make sense. His social media was scrubbed, like, right away. Like, why is it now that when this kind of stuff happens, like, it's almost like the piece of shit is protected more than the person that they hurt.
Right. And if you, I don't know if you saw the Congress hearing, or was it Congress hearing that they had a hearing?
I think so, yeah.
So the Congress hearing, I don't know if you heard, but a lot of these, like, reports that were coming out and everything like that, they were saying that the guy's room was, like, surgical grade clean. I'm going to tell you something. Hang on. I'm going to tell you something. I'm 30. I still smell weird. In my 20s, I smelled horribly weird. My room was not surgically clean at any moment in time of my life.
That. Did the guy look surgically clean? Did
No.
he look like he would care about cleanliness?
No, bro.
It's little things like that where it's like, okay, if you're trying not to make a conspiracy theory, maybe don't do that.
Like, other than the beard, you guys were like twins. And the glasses. Like, some offense. Hey, if the boot fits, bro, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. You shot the president. I don't know what to tell you. So, okay.
And then they came.
And then they raided the studio. No, so do you think, okay, there were people that said that because of the high power, high frequency of the bullet and the gun that he shot, that it couldn't have possibly hit the president, that the actual ripple of the air is what grazed his ear and cut it open.
I don't really care. I'm sorry.
vibes.
On one of those, I don't care. He
I-
was shot at.
He was
We
shot.
have-
Yeah.
This isn't a maybe. We have pictures of the bullet literally going by.
Now,
Like
what about the conspiracy theories of people who say that he didn't get shot? He got shot at, but he didn't get shot. And what a lot of people are saying is that in the
it
video,
was
when
glass.
no, not glass, that he had like a razor or something in his fingers.
Oh,
when he
was doing the WWE.
yeah, when he because he visibly goes like this and touches his ear and pulls it out and looks at blood. Now, I don't think he cut himself. I think he genuinely looked at his ear and was like, "Ah, fuck." But like, because at that moment, what are you gonna
don't-
think? Do you think it's gonna be your ear? Or do you think it's your head? I would have thought it was my head.
he probably is like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, he probably
Like-
was like, I'm dead and I'm just dying."
Yeah, like oh no.
But I do
Oh.
have to say, what a motherfucker, bro. What about the most salesman thing that you could do? He went down and he
wait. I want my shoes. I want my shoes. and then like gets up and does the
bro, he goes down and covers himself until the Secret Service goes there, and then he says, "Hang on, let me win this election real quick. Hold my beer." And he puts up his fist and says, "Fight, fight." I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you won."
it's
Unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, he won
I
because he's not gonna lose with that.
with it. That's another podcast. Just like the conspiracy theory part, just the absolute failure on multiple levels, where they saw the guy multiple times. People are like in the crowd pointing him
He
out.
approached security.
Like
He approached security.
what more do you have to do? Where
He-
it's like
He walked in front of security with a rangefinder. It's like, how much more did you need? Like, and also like, I know you're thinking about the election and everything like that. That you're like, oh, that's for a different podcast. I believe it or not, I actually think it's relevant to this one because there are a lot of people who believe that either it was Trump who did it, set it up so he could win, or they did it to get rid of Trump to make way for Biden. Now, what are the odds that after Trump gets shot, Biden goes
he
MIA?
drops it. Yeah,
And because he went MIA for a few days, and
Yeah,
then he drops
yeah.
out of it, and he drops out of it in the most weirdest way. A Xerox letter with a digital signature on it, not even a presidential letterhead, and just hands it to Kamala Harris, and then
I-
Kamala Harris has him on speaker where he's talking about his resignation. Look, I understand we're going on this in the deep end.
You're- you're saying he's a lizard person.
I don't think he's a lizard person.
No,
I'm-
he wouldn't be a lizard person. They could handle COVID.
I'm I'm just saying that if we didn't know everything that we knew and you heard that speaker, no one's going to believe that's Biden. I'm sorry.
See, I didn't hear the speaking thing, so I don't know, but
I don't buy that that was Biden. Maybe it was a message that was AI generated of something that he wrote because he's too sick. Maybe he was like, maybe he was just he was feeling really under the weather. He couldn't do it, so the AI generated his voice just to kind of compensate. Because, I mean, whether you think the COVID was bad or good or whatever, there were symptoms. People did have issues with their voice. People did have issues with all that
and
stuff.
that's fine. It just we're in a weird time. Like
Very weird.
it.
Bro, I make this joke that I can't watch Black Mirror because it's literally like this is a way better
It's
story.
like you walk out the door and you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like, but I understand. It's when you see failures like that. When you see presidents have been shot.
yeah,
We've
of
had
course.
multiple presidents. Shot.
Reagan, fucking a bunch of them. Like
JFK.
JFK, RFK.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't president yet, but he was getting
but,
there.
But like wasn't it also the Kennedy family where the plane went down and like
I think so. I think it was Kennedy family too.
uh,
So
yeah,
they've already had marks on their name
it's,
for a
it-
while.
just all of that.
It seems
You'd
weird.
think you'd have like more almost respect for the candidates because it's like, hey, they're gonna, it's a contentious time. It's not like things aren't going well, and instead,
no matter who you are, things aren't going well.
yeah, and instead you do nothing, and it seems like they gave him, from what I hear, is like the B team or like really light security. why the fuck would you do that to him?
Yeah, why
That
would
doesn't
you?
make sense. That's where it's like you wanted this. You knew.
And that's where the waters get murky. Again, like I know there's a lot of woo in all this shit, but at the same time, it's like there are suspicious circumstances that equates to a possible conspiracy,
Why
whether it
doesn't-
is or not.
Why doesn't Kennedy Jr., who's also still running, I think, or something, why doesn't he have detail? Why doesn't he have security detail now? I think he does now.
Yeah, now
I
he
think
does.
Biden gave it to him, but he was asking for it, and so did Trump. He asked for more, and Biden said no. What?
But Kamala Harris got it.
Which is, I'll give it that because she's the vice
She's
president.
vice president.
I
But during
just
the
don't-
election, they had
I just don't. Yeah, I don't understand why it seems like, oh, I can maybe understand if there's a bunch of people running, like you have to split it, but there's not. It
Yeah.
was Trump or Biden.
You have three major candidates, including fucking Kennedy.
Okay, 3, yes.
Wow, bro,
Why-
you already said he lost. What a
Why?
bitch.
But why? Why wouldn't you do it as a courtesy? You're like, hey, we're showing we're not biased. Like we
Yeah.
want the process to continue. Why wouldn't you just bluntly be like, hey, or and let's say he did, and this still happened. At least Biden would say, hey, I put my people on this.
Yeah. This isn't a failure of us. This is a failure of the people who were boots to the ground.
Yeah.
Because I gave him enough
Yeah,
security.
I made sure he was protected. Do I like him? No. But that doesn't mean he does not get protection under my watch, under my presidency. You could spin it into like, oh, hey, he even wants to help out the people that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
And to the people that were on the ground, I don't understand why you didn't see him. Take the shot. Okay, I'll give you some grounds on that. It's still dumb, but you didn't see him? Or no, they did, and then they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
How much more proof do you need? Hey, he might be an issue. Wouldn't he has a rifle. Okay, you have a rifle. Wouldn't you call into your boss and be like, hey, do we have someone over there? No. Oh.
We should probably get some or
Yeah.
5, over there.
Or how all the people told the cops, told the Secret Service, like, hey, there's a guy going up this ladder and he doesn't look like you guys and he has a rifle and
Bro,
we can
dude
see
brought
him."
in a ladder.
No, it was already there. It was one of those metal ones, I guess.
No, he moved it in front of security.
Oh, really? I thought
Yeah,
it was. I
no.
thought it was one. That's
No, no.
worse.
That's worse. That's worse. It was literally in a spot, and he grabbed it, picked it up, and walked by security and said, "Hey," and then put it up right there and went up it and shot the ex-president. I was like, "So you failed 18 times in just that 5 seconds?"
And that's why I can genuinely understand when people are like, "No, Trump made this happen," because it's so dumb,
Ridiculous.
and you're like, you used to work with the WWE. You did another thing.
Yeah.
You played us.
And then with the fist thing, yeah, I totally get that. But I honestly think that if this was if this is not an inside job, whatever, it was a huge failure of the CIA, and I think that's why Biden pulled out. I think Biden pulled out. He said because everyone's going to think it was me, so I might as well just remove myself, so that way I get no suspicion and then just leave support for Kamala. Because remember, we had talked about this before when they first brought in Biden to the fucking to the podium. We said it that they were going to find a way to get rid of Biden to keep Kamala Harris. That was literally our prediction, and
Well, it
literally
was
what
more
happened.
of, oh, they're gonna do that. Yep. And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle. We're not going into
Yeah.
politics.
No.
It just looked it was so blatant. It's like, oh, we're gonna wheel out the old man to literally take all the shit, and then here she comes, because Biden's not useful anymore.
And
He's
even
not.
even if he is, I want to put this to rest with a quote that I got from, again, me. I'm a big UFC guy. I'm a big fight guy. I'm gonna put this to rest right now with a quote that I got from Dana White. I literally saw it this morning. I don't care if it's Kamala. I don't care if it's Biden. I don't care if it's Trump. I'm an American. They're my president. Whoever it is, I don't give a shit. They're my president. Wishing that the boat sinks while you're still on it is a fucking stupid idea. Those
Yes.
people who are like, "Oh, I hope Trump fails." I hope he fucking doesn't, or I hope that that person shuts the fuck up because I have to live in this country. I would love for things to go completely smooth. I don't care who it is. You want to bring Kamala? That's great. Is she your president? Absolutely. Is she on the front? Yeah, of course.
And if all of a sudden everything gets better and we're all happy,
Great.
you know, another
Great.
4 years, I have no problem with that. I
Yeah.
have a problem. The partisanship on both sides. If that piece of shit is the outcome of the partisanship, maybe we should really rethink. This is the time to like, hey, maybe this was a bad fucking idea. Like, hey, maybe we need to kind of come together and be like, hey, you're cool, I'm cool. Let's
Yeah.
let's be chill. Like,
I did like Biden's address when he was like, "Hey, regardless of political standpoint, this shit is unnecessary and
Oh,
will not be tolerated, even if
the
it's just."
AI?
Say what?
yeah,
Yeah, the AI Biden. Even if it is fake or if it's not real, whatever, the fact that they did that shows at least some form of genuine care. Like, hey, we may disagree, because that, let me tell you, that speech, that moment, got me looking back at Mitt Romney versus Obama and John McCain versus Obama. It reminds me of the John McCain one where he's talking to a lady and she's like, "Oh, I don't like Barack Obama because he's Muslim," and he grabs the mic and he goes,
Oh,
"No, ma'am, that's not true. He's a good citizen. He's an honest, caring, good family man."
and McCain didn't like him.
And McCain hated the motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's a good, honest, very wholesome family man who we just happen to disagree on big pictures of the country. And that's why we're doing this. I was like, that is the most respectful thing. And fucking McCain hated his ass. Every time he came on the podium, he was like, "Fuck this dude, bro." Like, you could see it in his face. Like, he hated him.
Okay, I remember what you're talking about now. Yep.
Yeah.
It's just that quote is by Dana White is literally perfect because it's like, yeah, we do have to live here.
Yeah, I'm an
Like,
American.
I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think we should just be like, hey, like, to anyone else who thinks about doing it, to any of the parties, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't
you,
don't cause unnecessary violence for people who are, whether we believe it or not, or whether we think it's true or not, who are in a position where they're trying to better the country. Don't do
you're
that.
not.
You're not.
You're not.
You're
Look
not.
what you did.
And even if they're not, they're at least pretending to be. You're not. You're flat out just causing harm, and that's not good. That's not good for anybody in this, especially in this state. How fragile our country is right now, and again, I don't mean to sound preachy or anything like that, but how fragile the state of our country is. I think with acts like this, if there is a conspiracy going on,
It makes everything worse.
bro, just stop it. Just literally stop it. You guys were so set on preventing another January 6th or preventing a civil war or anything. If this is a conspiracy, do you
brought
think this
us
is right
closer.
way?
You brought us closer.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And not even
That's
if you,
what we need.
and not even if you brought us closer. Fuck the closer. Let's say it divided us more than ever. What you just did was almost guarantee that if at this election, at the end of this election, Trump doesn't win, no one's ever going to trust you again.
Good job.
And
Way to fail.
and even if you didn't do it, even if this is not a conspiracy and you guys are just stuck in the middle, literally and unfortunately, if Trump doesn't win, no one's going to trust the Democratic Party anymore because it's too strange of a coincidence. And let's be honest, it's not the first time the government has done this.
And it doesn't matter which party. It's the uniparty shit.
Yeah.
And I think we should address the shooter themselves. You were a failure in life, and you're a failure in death. Go fuck yourself.
Did he die?
Yeah.
Oh, they killed him?
Yeah,
Oh.
shot him in the head.
I mean, yeah, fair
Like,
enough.
Sorry, I don't have anything nice for you. You're a failure.
Yeah.
You're a literal
You-
failure. I
you
laugh
literally-
at you.
You literally had the shot to seal the deal, and you just made him a fucking martyr for his cause.
And we are not saying, and we're not saying it. That's not political. It's just like, all right,
you
if you
did what
want to
you
be
did.
a dumbass, you want to
Yeah.
do that stupid shit. Learn to fucking aim.
Yeah, And
like
if you weren't trying to help out, if you weren't trying to help out Trump, you did it anyway. If you were trying to fuck up Joe Biden, you did it anyway. So
you're a fucking loser.
yeah, you sucked on both ends, bro. Like, again, no matter what you try to do, this doesn't look good for anybody. And the only thing that happens is that now the people from the outside and from America are now looking in and going, how much more of this are we going to take?
Yeah. And I don't say that I wanted Trump to die. That's not my thing at all.
No, not at all.
But like, if you're going to do that, you'd think you'd give a shit.
Yeah.
But you couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm very mad at the actual shooter guy.
No,
it's like,
yeah.
It's like, thanks, dude. Like,
all you
fuck
did
you.
was
Like-
fuck shit up. You didn't even
Yeah.
kill anybody. Like, at least if you
no,
would kill
no, he did. He did.
himself.
No,
What?
no, he did kill someone.
Who did he kill?
That piece of shit, when he fired, there was some rounds that went past Trump, killed a I believe he was a retired fire chief. He shielded his fucking kids with his body and died for it.
Wow. What an
Fuck
asshole.
you. That's why
What an
I'm mad.
asshole.
So
didn't
not
even
not
know
the
that.
firefighter. Not the firefighter. That man's a hero.
I didn't even know that. What a fucking.
And I believe
That's
2 other
annoying.
people were shot and wounded. I think they're okay now.
Hopefully they're okay. Because
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that the fire chief. I didn't even know that anybody else got hit. I thought it was just Trump, and then the rest
No.
just like
No,
ricochet.
that's the thing where it's like, okay, so it's a conspiracy theory. So that man died. Oh, he was in on it.
I doubt it,
He was shot in the head.
bro.
Let me be very. I can be very explicit, and sorry if we get flagged. His blood and brain matter were all over his family. He was willing to do that for his family. He didn't. I'm sorry. That's why I don't believe it's a conspiracy theory. Because that's dishonoring him. He did the last good act he could, and he was, as a man, that's what you do, and he did it.
But homie, how many times has the government done that before? Where other people have died, where innocent people have died. Whether
But it makes me not. It's like I hope
it's
that's
not
because you don't. He didn't deserve that.
yeah,
Like
the whole plan, all that it did was tear a family apart. Your whole little elaborate scheme
Yeah.
that you guys were, if it is a conspiracy, all you did was just tear a family apart.
yeah,
That'll never heal from this.
and if
Nobody
it
won.
comes out that Trump did it, prison forever or worse.
Yeah, I think that would be deservable for that. But
Or if it was the other side, same fucking thing.
for me, I don't even think that it was Biden. I don't even think that it was Trump. I think it was the powers that be. You know what I mean? I think they were just.
Do you think it's one of those like?
I think there was two plans.
What's his name? He has an acronym. It was during the like the Pearl Harbor time. I can't think of it right now.
you talking about?
Was it Eisenhower? No. Yeah.
FDR.
FDR. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you think it's one of those things where like, oh, FDR knew and let it happen because it needed to happen kind of thing? Is that what you think this is?
No.
No?
I think the people who are really in charge had a plan. Their plan is to get Kamala Harris in office. That's the plan because she's probably the easiest one to get going. Biden's not the sharp, Corvette that he was at the beginning or anything like that. And Trump, he's just impossible to control because how can you control that?
I have a more serious question. It just dawned on me.
Yeah. Before I
Do you,
finish up.
do,
with
yeah, sorry. Do you
No,
think Lee Harvey Oswald is laughing at the guy in hell? It's like, you suck.
He's over here. Yeah, me, Booth, and Kobe, we never miss, bro. What happened to
the fuck,
you?
dude? Like,
Hey, they're like, hey, bro, we all shot the president. No. We didn't miss. Go sit over there. Go sit over there with
Yeah,
Steve Nash and the rest of them. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
like, sorry. I know that's dark. But like, I hope that would make me feel better if those other assholes are like, you don't get to hang out with us. You are that big of a failure. Like, you don't get to hang out. with us.
he goes to sit next to Kurt Cobain and Kurt Cobain's face is all open. How did you die? Oh no, I missed. You missed? He gets up and leaves. I'm sorry, but no, I thought that the powers that be would try to get Kamala Harris in. That's what I thought that was going to be the whole thing. When they saw that Joe Biden was like, "Nah, I'm running again," they were like, "Okay, let's get rid of both of them. Let's get rid of."
I thought it was be Newsom.
I thought it was going to be Newsom too. I thought it was going to be.
Doesn't
and
that
this one-
make sense?
Hang on, this one's going to come out of left field. I thought it was either going to be Newsom or Jamie Dimon. And I'll explain why Jamie Dimon in a minute. I'll explain why in a minute. But the idea was, I thought that, or from the plan that I think that they had, was to get rid of Trump that day.
Mhm.
Get rid of Trump, have Biden, the dude that hopscotched on top of Air Force One, not missing a beat, by the way, that they had Biden address the nation about such a tragic and terrible loss and be like, we lost the potential 45th president. He was a great, or 40, he was the 45th, 45th, he
potential
was going to be
47th,
47th, yeah. And this affects the nation and everything. Almost the exact same one as what that AI thing said, but just tweaked it a little bit to make it seem like he
He
died.
will be buried with full honors
Yeah.
and all this stuff.
Yeah, full military honors and everything like that.
full honors bequeathing his office and all
Yeah.
that crap. Yeah.
And the rest of the Trump family will be presented and memorialized and everything, blah, 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 blah. And then a few weeks later, I have COVID for the 50th time. And then he doesn't
Jeez.
and then he doesn't get up from that one.
Yeah.
We find out tragically that he died in the middle of the night, and then Kamala Harris becomes president and then runs for re-election.
I want for next, instead of Kamala Harris, you know who I want to run? It'd be great. It'd be like Futurama, Nixon in a jar.
And Nixon
Nixon's back.
the head of Nixon.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. No, but that was my original idea.
You know you would be like, all right, I'm watching the debates now.
Yeah.
Nixon versus
Definitely.
Trump. Just
Oh
two old
my
guys yelling
God.
at each other. That'd
Nixon
be great.
versus Trump, bro.
Oh, and it's Nixon with the chair.
Can you imagine Nixon and Bush? Or not Nixon and Bush, Trump and Bush.
We already kind of had that because Bush wouldn't remember. I didn't do that.
Well, technically, it would be Cheney versus Trump. Hey, bro, how did the vice president get all the power in the world with Dick Cheney? Like, how did that happen?
Dude,
And then they made a movie about it. It's like, bitch.
they should have made Dick Cheney Emperor Palpatine. He works
Not
so
in real
well-
life.
so well. Okay, no, I meant in the movie. But anyway, do you think he still does stuff? Well, no, he's dead, right?
Wait, Dick Cheney?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure he's.
Oh
still-
yeah, no.
He shot a guy in the face. Remember?
Yeah, she shot his friend with a shotgun.
3 times. I thought it was a
friend
deer.
forgave him.
I thought it was a deer. How? You had an orange coat
Yeah,
on.
I was about to say, are deers orange? That'd be like if you shot me. I'm like, I'm red. Like,
I just randomly hit you with a baseball bat. Sorry, you startled me. I've been here for like 40 minutes.
you
What do
came
you
in
mean?
my house.
This is where I live.
But anyway,
Sorry.
no, so you think it's like a deep state thing or
Yeah, in a way. I guess I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna go the Alex Jones route.
the Uniparty?
Yeah, the Uniparty, the powers that be, the lizard people, the intergalactic demons, whatever you call them, whatever
would-
those people are.
See, that's the thing. That would be more fun. I genuinely think it's just people who are like, I just get to work here forever and no one knows who I am. Like when you kind of told me like a whole 2 seconds of the topic, I was like, you know who probably actually runs the country?
Who?
Accountants.
That'd be hilarious, bro.
No,
They're
think
just-
about it.
They're
All
just
the- all
freaking
the-
out. The president got shot.
Yeah, no. Everyone is freaking out. The accountants are like, oh man, now we have to put out more money for all the limos and shit. Or like all the committees. Think about it. All the budgetary committees and all that stuff. They send it in. Okay, you're doing this. They're like, no.
That's what you're kind of saying is, I mean, kind of like how the mob runs. So the mob, maybe the Jewish mob, them little hats.
And we're demonetized.
No, but no, like, well, because there is a Jewish mob. There's
Yeah.
all kinds
I've
of mobs.
seen that. Yeah, there's an Amish one.
There's an Amish mob, bro. Do they hit you with clubs?
I think so. No, I don't. think you have to joke. I genuinely think they do.
That's
Dude,
hilarious.
you know how scary that would be?
Straight iron
some
sights.
some guys roll up in like a horse and carriage, but there's like 8 horses, and they're just like all in black, and they just get out and just beat the shit out of you and just get back in, and then they like fix your desk and then leave.
They would try to beat the shit out They would try to beat the shit out of me, but I would just get them with like, technology.
What they just like disassemble it around them and then just keep going. You're like, oh my god! Like,
You get your ass kicked and then they jump back in. They're like, yeah, and they're fucking walking away, and you're just like, pull a gun. You walk up to him. You're like, hey, bro, upgrade to a car. Just
yeah,
fucking-
yeah, no, you fire and then it doesn't do anything
right.
because they're just like, we don't have to if we don't want to. That'd be the scariest thing. They're like
we don't have to physics.
superhumans. They just don't like technology.
That'd be hilarious. They're actually the aliens. You're just like, fuck.
That's actually a thing. People think the Amish are aliens.
No, they just look weird. That's it. They're harmless, I'm pretty sure. But no, I think like you know how you do the whole like Majestic 12 and shit like that. Yeah, that's what I think is kind of going on there. Like they're kind of running the shit, and they're like, all right, let's get rid of these 2 motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It just seems too coincidental that a lot of shit is kind of lining up.
That's the problem. When that starts happening, you're like, oh no, I think I know what's next.
Yeah.
Like you don't want that.
It's your choose your own adventure, and you're like, I wonder what happens with the knight, and then you go back and you're like, fuck, I took my hand off of it. Now I guess there's another world war. Fuck.
It just what if you think it's just Kamala? That's your like route that they're going.
Yeah, I
For
think so.
now?
If not, like I need whoever's like running the simulation to like hard boot everything. Can we just restore from previous update?
I
And
think
see-
I think all of this is an oh fuck button. That someone somewhere is like, oh shit, this isn't supposed to happen.
And the
Like,
more they try to undo, the worse it gets.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like none of this was supposed to happen, and they're like,
Do you think God's drunk? Do you think if God exists, he's like shit faced right now? He's just plastered.
he's like, here, I'll put that guy in and see what happens. Like,
You want to get shot? How about get shot in my ass, bro? That's why he missed. He's like, fuck this guy.
no, like
Imagine the real vendetta was against that fire chief, and like God was just like,
it's
let's try
the
to hit
mob,
Trump.
and they're actually, yeah. I just don't.
we're over here accusing the shooter, and his mom died like in a fire, and that guy just stood around. did
Well,
nothing.
Not even that. Well, sorry, go back to.
Sorry.
That was really horrible.
I'm just making fun of the guy who died. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
If you're like Trump or Biden, why would you keep the Secret Service around anymore? You're gonna be like, I don't trust these people. You almost would be better off picking random people out of that crowd. They seem to be more alert.
I wonder if this is going to be a platform for Trump to be able to be like, look, your security clearly can't protect me, so I should bring my security.
Oh, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that.
Because
Because
he has a secret police. And
yeah,
all that
no,
stuff,
no.
and
Then
we will ask the questions.
yeah. Then that gets real
Dicey.
sketchy, really
Really
fast.
quick. And then he has a weird mustache, and then we're all like, "Oh, the humanity!" And it goes down pretty quickly. So you don't think conspiracy then? You think just all coincidence?
Yeah, I think people are really stupid.
Yeah, I think people are stupid though. I don't know. I'm a little bit in the Alex ether. I'm over here like I think there's something underneath the rug that we just saw, bro. I think
That would almost be better.
They
than
dropped
really dumb.
they dropped an ace card on the way to hand out another card, in the middle of the poker game, and we're just like, oh fuck, this only gets worse. I don't know. That's just where I'm at. Bright side. If Trump wins, gas will be like $2. So
Possibly.
$2. You know what I mean?
If they let it.
If they let it. If he doesn't get the other ear shut off. Hey, so President Van Gogh, like, what's gonna be the next shit that he does?
As a big-eared individual, I do not want to speak on this.
He did not have big ears. You have big ears. He did not have big ears.
Yeah, dude,
He
if it was me, it'd be like, flag.
bro.
Like-
Yeah, he would have taken that whole bitch off, bro. Your head would have like spun, bro. No, like with Trump, he didn't have big ears. He just turned his head.
Have you
at the
do,
wrong
have you seen any of the stuff where they're like, yeah, if he hadn't like turned his head or like how close it was, like, yeah, no, he would have been done. Like,
Yeah. I think it's funny how people are like, oh, his ear looks great now and it's all complete and everything. I was like, you know, there's this thing called A, stitching, B, bandages, and C, makeup.
but it doesn't. That's the thing where I like. I get your point, but that's the kind of stuff I don't care. It's like okay, like because they use it as like a dodge. It's like
yeah.
he was shot in the head.
It's
like,
like, yeah,
you're-
but his ear looks
you're-
great. But his trauma
he was shot
from
in the
getting
head.
shot in the head
Yeah.
almost.
Like, if it is okay, if it was our government, cool. They like, whoever did that needs to be destroyed.
He was so close to getting hit in the head that it was going to make that Halo sound. Yay! When he got hit. You know when you turn on the, party skull?
confetti?
Yeah. The confetti. Just boom. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be this way. I try not to. But I don't know. I seriously think that this next part of the election and then how the election concludes is really going to start showing out the development of not just this. And if it is a coincidence, it'll stay a coincidence. I think that it was a good move that the CIA, or not the CIA, the Secret Service head was officially resigned. I thought it was great that she
Yeah.
resigned. All the fucking congressmen were like, "So are you gonna use my turn right now for you to resign?" And they're like, and she was like, "No." And he goes, "Okay, cool. So on the question, do you think you're an idiot or not?" Like, dude, it was
Why not?
bro. They
Well, 'cause-
literally they berated her so bad. Like every single one was like, "I'd like to let the head of the CIA or the head of the fucking Secret
Secret
Service to use my time for their resignation." And they're like, "Do you accept?" And she's like, "No." And he goes, "Okay, so what part of you do you think you failed? Do you think you failed the president or the nation as a whole?" Like,
And wasn't it like both parties too? They're like,
Oh, dude, they were
Dude,
demolishing
dude,
her.
you're supposed to protect us too.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're being mean towards a woman. It's like, no, I don't care about her gender. I care about her job.
That's
Like-
kind of why the only reason where I'm like, maybe it's not a conspiracy, because the Republicans and the Democrats were fucking furious. They were mad as shit.
Imagine being them. We're like, hey, so yeah, you guys like also protect my kids.
Yeah, they
Like,
were mad as shit.
Are you
bro.
gonna fucking do this when it's them? Like, So when they're angry, like not just themselves, but they're like,
How close?
how good are you?
How close does it have to be to my kids for you for there to be an issue? Does it have to be the same closeness as it was with Trump, or do we have to wait for one to actually die?
I saw a guy, and I think he was former Secret Service, and he was talking about it. He's like, yeah, no, this is a failure. Like, the body was injured. That's a failure. Even though they're not dead, that's a failure. There
Yeah.
should be nothing should happen.
You
That's the
even-
whole, he's like, literally, that's your job, for nothing to happen. Your entire job is to have nothing happen.
Yeah, you even have these guys who are ex-military, like Jocko and Goggins and all that stuff. But you even have lower guys who are in the same circumstances, maybe ex-SEALs, whatever, who have security companies who do for celebrities and stuff. And they're saying the same thing. They're like, if that target, if that threat is that close to your main target, it's a failure. Automatically, it's a failure.
Even if they were shot at all, it's a
Yeah.
failure. Anything. Your job should be the most boring thing on
Yeah.
the fucking planet. 'cause
Your
that means
job-
everything's fine.
You should be able to confidently be like, I'm gonna bring my Game Boy today because
'Cause
nothing's gonna
nothing's
happen.
happening.
Yeah. I'm gonna text on my phone for a few minutes. You got this, right? Because no one's getting fucking in here. For
Yeah,
sure. We already
checked
did this.
everything, Yeah.
And if they do, just fucking kill them on sight. Like, that's how it should be. Like, they should be okay with reading Twilight mid break. You know what I mean? There
I
shouldn't
mean,
be
don't,
issue.
but
Twilight's a good book.
No.
The movie sucked. The
No.
book?
no.
I'm Team Cullen, bro. You gonna go? We'll go.
Your team new podcast right now.
Your team A. No, but like, it's just the failure from across all points, and then seeing her reaction at Congress was so condescending. It's like at that point, don't be condescending.
It's like
Be humble and just shut the fuck up for a minute and apologize and say, no, sir, yes, sir, no, ma'am, yes, ma'am, thank you, ma'am, I appreciate it, ma'am.
it was literally on video. You don't get to be like, well, man, it's like it's on video.
They were like,
we
what-
saw it.
They were like, what failures were yours? And they're like, well, we personally believe that it was a local Leo's, fault. And the congresswoman came back and was like, aren't you in charge of those teams? Yes, so it's your fault. I was like, yes, thank you.
Wait,
it's
so
her
you
fault.
left up the security to the 45th president to cops? How? If I was the cop, I'd be like, okay, explain it, please. Go ahead. Explain it. Well,
I think they did. I think they were trying to.
'cause I didn't see this.
Yeah.
All I heard was, oh, there's gonna be congressional hearings, and then all of a sudden, yeah, she resigned. I was like, oh,
Yeah, no,
Okay.
they were talking in depth. They were like, because I think one of the guys literally said that, like, how could you leave the security of a former or a new president or a candidate for a presidency to local law enforcement? And if you didn't leave it to local law enforcement, why did your guys fail? Oh, well, they didn't. There just seems to be miscommunication for anything. Why weren't you on top of it?
that's a failure.
Why weren't you on top of this
And-
situation?
And I kind of give leeway to the cops because it's really not their job.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. I mean,
They're-
they know what they're doing,
But-
but just not in that sense of that degree.
They're not. They're almost like the backup guys, and that's the whole thing. They told the cops too. Hey, there's a guy on the fucking roof. Hey, and the cops pretty much did nothing.
No. The
And
cops
then-
also told the Secret
Yes,
Service as
yes,
well, and
that's
we're
what
like,
I heard.
"Hey, isn't there some threat going on?" They're like, "Nah, stand down." And they're like, "You sure?" "Yeah, he's up there for sure." "Yeah, okay, we'll stand down." Like, they can fight as much as they can to do the right thing, but at some point, someone was their boss and said, "Hey, if you don't shut the fuck up, you're getting off here."
And not just
they
that.
have to be like, "All
what
right."
if they're this is just speculation. This is not what happened, as far as I'm aware. What if they call in, hey, there's a guy up on the roof, and someone goes, oh yeah, that's one of ours. What they're supposed to check anyway? Why would they check?
Yeah. They
'Cause-
wouldn't if you're given orders from. And again, a lot of
'Cause
we've
you
all
wouldn't-
we've
you
all
wouldn't-
seen the stupid movies, and I know that they're cliches, but
wouldn't-
we've seen that the FBI and the
Yeah.
government don't get along with local Leos, so they're gonna treat them like shit and be like, "Hey, quit asking questions. Get the fuck out of here. That's one of our guys." What position would they be in to, like you said? What position would they be in to be like, "That's not one of our guys, bro."
They don't know.
They don't know. They don't know who you brought. They don't know what kind of spy
You-
shit you do, so
really
you could have
think-
anybody.
You really think the Secret Service told the cops what was going on?
Yeah, no. I don't
No,
think so.
they told them, you stand here, you stand here.
It's need to know, bitch.
Yeah.
I think right now, as a nation, we all
Apparently-
need to know.
Apparently, by the way, if that was true, that those cops called in, cool. Put them on the Secret Service because apparently they did a better job than these.
Yeah, they were
fuckers.
actually able to identify a fucking threat. Apparently, that's hard for the Secret Service.
Wow, you had one job.
It almost
And
makes
you
me not
failed.
want to run for president. You know what I mean? It almost makes
Good-
me not want to
Dude,
run.
think about all the foreign dignitaries and stuff that are now going to be like, hey, do I have to have the Secret Service here? Or can I bring my own people because I don't trust them?
No, forget about that. What about the ones that are looking at? Oh, so that's how easy it is to kill him?
Putin's like, ah! Like-
Putin, yeah, Putin's over here like, imagine all I needed to do was get me a neck beard and that's it. Fuck, man, that's it, bro. It's over.
I
Get
just
the
had
guy.
to- I just had to go to 4chan. What?
I just gotta go to Fortune. That guy from Korea, bring him over here. We're gonna fuck this guy up right now. Come on. We figured it out. There's a kid in Virginia who hasn't seen pussy and has been playing Magic for 48 hours. You qualify
He's so
immediately.
mad. Like,
Bro, it's true though. Bro, Putin is probably like, I can't believe it was that easy.
again, Bin Laden and Hussein are in hell. They're like, ah!
Yeah, they're just like, fuck. Osama with his dialysis machine. God damn it. Right in the fucking kidneys. How come I didn't think of that?
All right. Well, I think that's a good way to end on.
On Osama's dialysis
Yes.
machine?
Yes. Dude, that'd be great. They're in hell, and he's still on dialysis.
He's still on dialysis. That's his hell, being on dialysis. man, that fucking
But
sucks.
yeah, well, I've been Tyler,
I've been Sean. Still am.
and this is a crazy episode. We will see you on the road.
See you guys.